Thank you for watching this video put out by the North Clackamas School Instructional Technology team. This video is titled iPad Basics, using accessibility features. What accessibility features will be highlighted in this video? I will be highlighting speak selection, speak screen, speech to text, and typing feedback. Why should you consider using these accessibility features? What are the big ideas? The big idea is, well, it will make it easier to read instructions and digital text for your students who might have some reading and writing needs. It will also make it easier for kids to share their thoughts and connections in typed form. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you is speech selection. So to turn on this feature on your iPad, hit Settings, and then under General, you'll select Accessibility. Under Accessibility, you will select Speech, and then you will turn on Speak Selection. And this will allow a speak button to appear when you select text, and then it will read it for you and your student. So I'm clicking the Home button, and when I double click my Home button, in my Chrome browser, I have a Time for Kids article uploaded. This might be something that I would give to my students to read, and for kids who are having a hard time reading, this speak selection will be very useful to them. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my finger and press down, and it takes a little bit, and then it's going to select that. And then this would be something you could teach your kids. You highlight all those texts, and then as you can see, the option pops up that says speak. So selecting text and highlighting text would be another mini lesson that I suggest you have for your students. But once you've taught them that, no matter what article you find online, you can select it, highlight it, and then hit speak.
People all over the world, welcome in the new year. It is a time for celebration and parties. Here are some traditions from 4 countries.
So it read, and that could be very useful to a student who has some reading needs. The thing I'm going to show you is called Speak the Screen. When I select Settings, and then underneath General, I select Accessibility, and then underneath Speech, you will see a section called Speak Screen. So this is a way that you don't necessarily have to select the text. All you simply do, which I will show you, is you swipe down with 2 fingers from the top, and it immediately starts speaking the screen, whatever is loaded up on the screen at that time. So I'll select that, hit my Home button, double click the Home button, and bring back up that Time for Kids. Now what you're going to see is Speak the Screen might be more useful if you're presenting the students a Google Doc. Because what it does is it literally reads everything that's on the screen. So what's going to happen here is when I swipe down, this menu will appear. Now you will not be able to hear the reading happen because of the microphone on my iPad and me doing a screen recording, but what's happening is the blue highlighted text is being read aloud to me, so it would be being read aloud to your student as well. But as you can see, it reads everything that is happening on the screen. So it read the tab at the top, it's reading the URL, which takes a very long time, it's reading the author and the date, and then it'll get to the text as well and begin to read it to your students. So this is why I suggest that you really use the Speak the Screen if you're presenting material to students in a Google Doc or a Pages doc or some sort of Word document. So the next set of accessibility features that I'm going to highlight is speech to text and typing feedback. And this is going to be very helpful for your kids who need help expressing themselves in written or typed form. So to turn on speech to text, it's very simple. You just want to enable dictation. So you select Settings on your iPad, you go down on General, you select Keyboard, and then you make sure at the bottom that you have Enable Dictation. So my dictation is enabled. And what that's going to do is if I open up something such as a Pages document, if I wanted to type something, there is the dictation or microphone button in the left-hand side of the keyboard. You tap that, and then you can begin to speak what you would like written in that document. And as you can see, it is dictating exactly what I am saying. And there will be some things that come out. There will be some editing that needs to be done, but for a child who has some writing needs and needs a little assistance, this is a perfect feature to help them get their ideas and thoughts down in text form. The final accessibility feature I'll be showing you is called typing feedback. Again, this would be perfect for a child who is needing a little assistance in sharing their thoughts and connections in typed form. So when you select settings, then you go back into general, then accessibility, then you go to speech. You can actually see that there's an option called typing feedback. So there's a couple different options. Characters will speak every single character that's typed, so that can get a little bit much for kids. It can also give character hints. Characters might be good for kindergarten students if you're having them just type alphabet letters and they want to make sure that they're typing the right alphabet letter. But for most kids, if they're spelling a word, that's going to be a bit much. So I like to do the speak words. So I'm going to select speak words. And then I'm going to go back into the Apple app pages and open it up. So as you can see what's going to happen, you cannot hear it because we're having doing a screen recording, but what's happening on the iPad is as I type or as your student types words, this feature is then reading the words as they hit the space bar. So the student can check themselves to see if what they typed is what they actually want to say. They can also access the predictive text on the bottom for hints on words that they might be trying to spell. This is a great accessibility feature that will help students get their thoughts and ideas down in typed form on their iPads. Thank you for watching this video by the North Clackamas Schools Instructional Technology team. If you have any more questions, please contact the Digital Literacy TOSAs, Amy, Carolyn, or Jake.